Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Dawaz with the latest stand-up of sports today. Let's take a look at what we're discussing. First of all, we talk about the Champions Trophy 2025. It is the ICC's responsibility to bring India to Pakistan. This has categorically been stated by the Pakistan Cricket Board chairman. There will be no hybrid model. It has been once again clarified that we are not considering, not even thinking about a hybrid model, or nor would we agree on any such condition. Competition is to feature 8 teams. Upgradation of Karachi, Lahore and Pindi stadiums is in full swing right now. So Pakistan's stance is very, very clear on the issue. So we will talk about this in detail. Then we move on to the Pakistan Shaheens training session in Darwin. Players have participated in batting, bowling and fielding, all 3 departments of the game. The second 4-day match is to start from Friday. They won the first 4-day match by 148 runs against Bangladesh A. This is also, a subsequent white ball tour that is also taking place after this as well. So obviously there's a lot of cricket upon offer. Then the Women's Asia Cup, Pakistan and India have qualified for the semi-finals, and from the other end, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh have qualified for the semi-final as well. Pakistan is going to face Sri Lanka and Bangladesh A is going to face India. Bangladesh women's team is going to face India, I beg your pardon, for the semi-final spot, and I think Pakistan have got their work cut out. They've been playing brilliant cricket, the girls in green. Now next, when they face Sri Lanka at home, it's going to be a very tough competition, but I think we can make it to the final, and the performances that we have so far, we have a chance to win this tournament, shouldn't we? So I think we need to go all out in support of our women's cricket team. Then we move on, we discuss the North American Scrabble Championship. Pakistan's ace Wasim Khatri has cruised into the finals. The final is going to be played between Wasim and Castellano of United States of America. Wasim has throughout this championship displayed tremendous performance, and I think it's not the first time that we discuss the laurels of Scrabble for Pakistan. The global stage has been dominated, and we're once again hoping for Wasim to win this one and once again make Pakistan very, very proud. We're all very hopeful, we're praying, and we offer our best wishes to Wasim to clinch this title as well. Then we move on to the HM Kickboxing Championship. 7 competitions have taken place at the event. Both male and female have participated. More talent will emerge from such competition. When you talk about contact sports, competitive kickboxing is certainly up there as well. It's been fantastic that we see so much talent on the global stage, especially when you talk about promoting the sport in Pakistan internationally. We've got so much to offer. So I think congratulations to the event organizers, everybody involved. It's been a fantastic display of the talent that we have as well. So we'll discuss all about this in detail. And like I said, that there's so much to talk about. Joining us first of all in studios is cricket commentator, broadcaster, international presenter and our sports expert, K. Asif Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum, Asif. How are you?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmed. I'm good. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. We've also been joined by somebody who happens to be a fellow anchor, also an expert when you talk about football and cricket, posted on many managerial duties, certified coach as well, Mr. Sayyid Mohammad Awais. Assalamu alaikum, Awais. How are you?
Walaikum salam. How are you, Ahmed bhai?
I'm very well. How are you? Asif is really happy that you're on the show today. So there's going to be a lot of discussion.
I know you guys are happy because it's going to be a grinding show today. You both are going to be grinding.
No, we'll grind India, not you.
No, Asif, is it on our agenda to grind Awais for?
No, not at all. Not at all. We always really love him. We always really respect him.
No, it is. Sports 360, Sports Extra. It is on the agenda.
Well, you never know. We can be told anything on the agenda, and we might just bring it forward. But that can be the case.
But you know that whenever Awais sitting with us, we should talk about that the technique of catching, and we should talk about that how you can improve your fielding. This is really important. You can ask.
Then there will be just one voice from outside. Kahan cricket kheli hai?
Look, with Awais, I will be very honest. All the poor chap needs is a bit of focus. When you're focused on 10, 12 things, you're not going to see the ball, obviously. It's going to be very difficult. But gentlemen, coming to the serious business that we have right now. So now, Asif, as discussed in the past couple of days, you already have that brief, what we've been discussing. Now a statement, a very concrete statement has come from the chairman, Pakistan Cricket Board. How do you foresee this now, this statement, and what is to come after this?
Well, Ahmed, I think that a very good statement, a very firm stance that enough is enough. This is what actually Chairman Cricket Board wanted to say, that now this is ICC's responsibility to bring India in this marquee tournament, in this marquee event. Well, the reason, if you see in the past, that this is what we are talking from last 7-8 years, this is India's habit. They just try to, put pressure on Pakistan and directly and indirectly through ICC and directly as well. But Pakistan always supported the cause, and the cause is improvement of cricket in the region, you know, and when we talk about the Asian countries, Asia compartment in Pakistan, and who is the responsible for that hybrid model? Of course, India. And India said that we cannot play in Pakistan. And then later on, Pakistan once again came up with the big heart and went to India, played ODI World Cup. And I think that when Pakistan Cricket Board is saying very straightforwardly, and he is interior minister as well, that we are the responsible for the security of the Indian team. I think now some voices coming from India, which is really good. And I wanted to say that the civil society of India, the civil society of Pakistan, we should try to normalize the thing, because you know that this is cricket, this is not politics. And I have heard from some news from Indian channels that India should visit to Pakistan for Champions Trophy. Someone is breaking the ice in Indian society, from Indian media, from civil society of India. That is really, really good. And I always appreciate, you know, that Jay Shaw, the secretary of BCCI, I think that during the ICC meeting, he met with Chairman Pakistan Cricket Board, Mohsin Naqvi. Mohsin Naqvi met other the other representatives and the other president of the boards. He met with the Afghanistan, the chairman of Afghanistan Cricket Board as well. And some rumors were coming that Afghanistan will not visit Pakistan to play the Champions Trophy. But I think the news came now.
They've confirmed it, yes.
They have confirmed that that was all rumors, that was all social media news, nothing like this. And Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, and the rest of all the teams, they're coming to play Champions Trophy in Pakistan. The only thing is that India and, of course, ICC is responsible for that. And from our platform, we would like to request to the BCCI. Well, this is Pakistan, as we discussed yesterday. Everyone is discussing. This is now, you know, that's the talk of the town, hot potato nowadays. Everyone is talking about that India should come to Pakistan.
And I keep a dictionary of words that Asif keeps on informing me. Quack, hot potato. We tend to, you know, every day evolve with a new word. And I think a lot of those rumors have been purposely created by this fascist Indian media, just to create a narrative or, you know, some sort of, we can say, discomfort amongst the ranks that, oh, Pakistan is going for a hybrid model. Nothing like that. There was no agenda. Neither was it discussed during the ICC annual meeting. I think plain simple. Avais, how would you highlight all of this as well? I mean, you know, it is the ICC's job. It always has been. But obviously, we know that their controls also lie at the hands of BCCI. But obviously, right now is a position where Pakistan is already hosting top 6 teams around the world, the 7th one being Pakistan. So if one team doesn't want to come, I think we don't have anything to lose at this stage.
See, Ahmed bhai, like mentioned, I mean, even I was speaking off air with you that you have got a whole case study. The Pakistan Cricket Board has a case study when you just talk about the teams. I mean, one of the big teams of the cricketing giants. I mean, Australia, you got New Zealand, South Africa, you got England. They have visited Pakistan, and you have even have done superb series. I mean, even Pakistan Super League is the biggest case study for you. It's just not when you talk about a major tournament, it's just not the cricket thing. You actually look after the sports events which were played in Pakistan. You know, the Pakistan football, if I talk about, you talk about the Pakistan volleyball. You have got many teams visited over here. So you have got a whole case study to represent to the ICC and to the world that Pakistan is safe now for sports and any other activities over here. And if you believe me, one more thing, the Pakistan specifically, I would talk about the security forces. They're the ones who give presidential security to any team which is visiting up over here. It's not done in many countries. BCCI, you know, it's just like, I would agree with Asif bhai, it's not a new thing. It's a habit of BCCI to purposely spoil whatever comes to Pakistan. After so many years, you have got the Champions Trophy being played in Pakistan, a major event coming back in Pakistan. Remember, there was the Asia Cup, which was to be played in Pakistan, but unfortunately, because of the BCCI, it went through the hybrid model, and that was a bad flop, I would say, because a rain season disturbed a lot of the matches in Sri Lanka, and everyone criticized BCCI for that. Even the players yesterday, Rohit Sharma, I was going through his statement, he said that we want to play in Pakistan, but the ball lies in the BCCI court, what they decide for the players. So I mean, even some of the players in India, in the current playing situation, I would say they want to play Champions Trophy in Pakistan, but obviously it depends upon the country, the government and specifically the BCCI, what they decide. But This year, it's going to be, I would say, everyone's eyes would be on November, October, because the ICC chairman will change up, and there's a strong stance going on, strong lobby going on that Jay Shah might be the chairman of the ICC. So that will be a crucial point for Pakistan, because see, one thing very good about the chairman of Pakistan Cricket Board, that his stance has been clearly made to ICC that we will be hosting the Champions Trophy. The budget has been improved. We are trying a level best to get the facilities ready. It will be played in Pakistan. If not India, Sri Lanka would take on, but you need to be very close with contacts with the cricket boards, because at last the players playing IPL, definitely the cricket boards involved in it, they do get blamed by the franchises, by the BCCI. So Pakistan Cricket Board stance on that should be very strong, should be very positive. Then you will be able to host the Champions Trophy here in Pakistan.
Certainly, Asif, as I was told today by a very dear friend on another platform, that from year 2026 till 31, there are about 3 major tournaments ICC that India is supposed to have hosting rights for. So considering, if you look at ICC, and Pakistan is going with a very strict stance right now, if we talk about that tenure as well, we talk about the 3-year tenure of the chairman, 3 years elected tenure, 24, 25, 26. So, you know, until that T20 World Cup, it's certainly there. So what Pakistan can foresee and, you know, take as a strategy, as far as if India once again tries to politicize this issue and says that, you know, there is no possibility, let's suppose hypothetically they say we're not coming, and they try to bargain us out of it, and where I'm very happy, like you mentioned, that we've got a very strict stance, as it should be. We've got so much cricket happening in Pakistan that it doesn't bother us. And then in the year 2026, Pakistan is supposed to travel to India.
Well, this is what I was saying, that if India is not coming to Pakistan, let's suppose, but I'm positive, to be honest, that from this platform, we will spread positivity. I'm quite sure that India will visit Pakistan. But as you said, that let's suppose if India is not coming, what would be the stance of Pakistan? Very simple, that we won't go to India. That is, see, what we have suffered a lot, you know, in 2008, yes, we do remember there was an incident of terror attack on Sri Lankan team. But after that, almost 10, 12 years, there wasn't any cricket in Pakistan. But Pakistan as nation, we fought, we're still together, and we were united with our security forces. And after 10, 12 years, the cricket came back to Pakistan. Well, credit goes to the, you know, once again, as Wes was saying, that the security forces, they had given the presidential security to the teams, and it does not happen anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. But in our country, this is what we are trying to do our best. So there is no need to go into the if and buts. Very simple. This is ICC's responsibility to bring India. If India is not coming, thank you very much. We will not play in India any sort of ICC tournament or Asian Cricket Council's tournament. We'll play in hybrid model as India did in the past.
Well, Asif, the amount of cricket is very important that we talk about it. Pakistan's cricket calendar is pretty full right now. We've talked about this as well. And the only place where India, Pakistan are meeting is in ICC tournaments, and those revenues are something that are monumental, let's be very honest. If India doesn't come to Pakistan based on a broadcaster's perspective or analyzing it from a revenue model, the ICC must think of it in terms of financial numbers as well.
Well, Ahmed, when this statement came that ICC is responsible for the entire episode, for the each and everything, it means that, you know, that the broadcasters, even in Pakistan Super League, in other series, the 50% of the staff, they were from India. And from some of them now from South Africa, and 25% from Pakistan, and some Sri Lankans there were. If the broadcasters are coming to Pakistan and they're getting proper security and they're getting each and everything, hospitality from Pakistan.
Sorry for interrupting you, Asif bhai. I'm sorry for interrupting you. We can even mention on the Pakistan Tennis Federation. You had the Indian team over here.
Okay.
And Ahmed bhai, if you're not wrong,
I
remember you were there to take the interview
Yes,
of them.
absolutely.
Even I was there with them, and I remember they literally said that it looks like that we are in our country. I remember I was at that court. Sorry for interrupting, Asif, once again.
No.
I was at that court, and if you remember, Ahmed bhai, we had all the Indian Embassy fellows over there, the families of that players and the Indian Embassy, and literally they were so happy, and they even told us, I remember, that it looks like that we are at home. We never felt anything over here like unsafe. So that was the biggest, that's the thing I'm saying on, you have got a full kind of a case study to represent to the ICC, even to the Indian Cricket Board.
Well, I think, Avas, there is no need to represent anything in front of ICC.
No, I'm just saying that.
Yeah,
like,
you are right. Your example is it's best example that, you know, that the hospitality of the Pakistani people, everyone talks about that. And I do remember then I was covering over 40 mega event World Cup in Karachi. The team came from Nepal and the USA. You know that the 70% members of the USA's team, they were from India, and the Hong Kong's team. Everyone was so happy. Everyone was saying the same words, that I think that this is our second country. This is our second home. So nothing wrong from Pakistan. And there is no need to, you know, bring anything extra that we will do this. Everyone knows that about the hospitality of Pakistan, about the security of Pakistan. Australia visited, England, New Zealand, all of the teams. Only India, just because of their ego and that this fundamentalist regime of Modi. That's the only issue, nothing else.
Well, Avais, let's be honest. Like I said, that the calendar of cricket for Pakistan is full. I completely agree with Asif. There is no utter reason that we see right now, apart from that, you know, Hindutva ideology, that fascist regime, RSS, whatever they tend to politicize the BCCI with. But the fact is that, you know, what they fail to understand as a nation on their part is that cricket between India and Pakistan has been the hallmark of this great game that we all love. And I understand that those financial numbers might speak for themselves, but when you've got Australia coming to Pakistan, when you've got England coming to Pakistan, New Zealand coming to Pakistan, South Africa coming to Pakistan, there is absolutely no utter reason, you might say. You know, there's going to be a lot of pressure created from global ranks as well.
See, Ahmed Bhai, if you remember, when the platform was laid by Zimbabwean team, if I'm not wrong, for the Pakistan to get back cricket over here, then World 11 came to play up over here. There was news.
West Indies as well.
West Indies, yes. The women's team specifically, I would say, if you remember. There was a news which was circulated from the Indian cricket, Indian channels. It was that, will the big teams visit Pakistan or not? There was a question mark and there was a debate on that. Will they visit? And literally that time, if I remember, even I was little bit, I would say, in yes and no, that I don't know whether would they visit or not. Fine, they're bringing PSL over here, just one match. Will it be fruitful for Pakistan? No. But it seems that slow and steady, you got the fruit. I mean, teams came up to visit over here. So the biggest example is of New Zealand. They had done some mischief with us, and you can see from 2 years they are behind us, like Khuda ka waste khelo hamare saath, because whatever they had done. So you have got everything over here. The teams have been here in Pakistan. The biggest thing right now, the news for Pakistan was the Afghanistan team. If you remember, it was all over the news that Afghanistan might not come to play in Pakistan because they have got the Amul tag over here, so they might not come over here to play. But the biggest thing, the news came up that Afghanistan now willing to play in Pakistan. So you have all the nations, they want to visit here and they want to play in Pakistan. But again, I would tell the September-October month would be very important because you have got the ICC chairman changing up. The stance needs to be rigid of Pakistan Cricket Board. They need to be stick around with the stance. Then you got the Tri-Nation series coming up in Pakistan. So that will be even a eye watch for everyone, even for the ICC, for everyone, how Pakistan actually goes through that security kind of an issue. So it's everything in Pakistan's pocket right now, but we need to be positive and your stance needs to be clear. If India, no worries. Sri Lanka or Bangladesh, we are there to hold ICC Champions Trophy because Ahmed Bhai, if you remember, I can quote examples in India. If ICC has an issue with Pakistan regarding Indian thing, then ICC really needs to open the eyes and see. Remember when Taj attacks were there, England team was there. They left the Mumbai. They went back. They came back to play again.
I'll quote you another incident. I'm pretty sure in my memory I have England. It was England, I think, not Australia.
When the Taj attacks when you
No. There was an incident when rocks were thrown on the team bus.
South Africa team it was.
Yes, on the team bus, and still, that tour didn't end.
Even guys do
South
remember
Africa.
what happened in 1996 quarterfinals.
Yes, absolutely.
Against Sri Lanka. Even what happened when Pakistan was playing Test cricket in India, that they were throwing borders.
Asif, if you remember, I guess it was a recent series. I mean, not like 4 or 5 years back when South Africa were playing against India, and South Africa were on a winning note of that series, and the bottles were thrown from outside.
Yes.
Still, the match did not stop. Still, there was no complaint from the ICC or the South African Cricket Board. I would even say that. So that's the point I'm saying on why just one nation is ruling the ICC. The ICC needs to stand up over here. That's the reason why I say ICC literally stands for Indian Cricket Council. Again, I would say it stands for Indian Cricket Council because I've never seen a positive statement coming up from the ICC that cricket is the thing which has literally made both the nations close to each other. If you remember, and even in the past, I mean, cricket has made a very friendly kind of a thing for both the nations. So the ICC really needs to look after this. I know financial issues are one of the most generated match of the finances if I talk about Pakistan, India, but literally ICC needs to be in a strong position.
I think it's plain simple that we put it in a nutshell. But Asif, if you can turn the clocks a bit back from a presenter and as a commentator yourself, after the year 2017 when Pakistan won that Champions Trophy under Sarfaraz Ahmed, a lot of eyeballs shifted to Pakistan cricket and the team that they were making. After that, two subsequent World Cups, one runners-up and one a semi-finalist. A couple of players that on the global stage were talked about, Babar Azam, Rizwan, Shaheen, and also particularly Naseem Shah has been talked about a lot, Shadab to some extent. Immediately a lot of teams started giving importance to Pakistan. They wanted to come to play to Pakistan as well. So in the past couple of years, Pakistan cricket's global image, how would you narrate that?
Well, I think that Pakistan is one of the, I could say the favorite teams all over the world, that everyone loves Pakistan cricket. And Pakistan produced so many stars from Zaheer Abbas, Hanif Mohammad. You can name big names like Wasim Akram, legends like Waqar Yunus. So many names you could see. Zamamul Haq, Saeed Anwar, all of them, they were legends. Saklan Mushtaq and Awais is sitting here. Sayyid Mohammad Awais. So when we talk about the history of Pakistan, I mean, you could see that the many stars. Now the problem is that if India is thinking that India could rule without Pakistan in cricket, it's not possible. This is cricket, as Awais was saying, that you could bring nations together to closer. And yes, in the past, we have some political differences. We still have. But I think that this is cricket. And cricket has nothing to do with politics. This is the point which Indian Cricket Board is not understanding, because they're just, of course, they're obeying to their government. What their government is suggesting to them, they will follow that. And this is same thing was happening in Pakistan. I do remember when the T20 World Cup was happening in India, and our interior minister said that Pakistan won't go to India. We won't give them permission. And then on that time, Chairman Cricket Board, he took stance. He said that if Pakistan is not going, that it means that we cannot bring the two nations closer. So this is the same time now as the Indian Cricket Board, the way they're taking steps, and they're just listening to their government, because their government is fundamentalist. Modi, once again, he won the election, and he's on the same track where he was before.
Absolutely. Asif and Awais, I'd like you to stay with us in studios. At this moment, we also have to talk about Scrabble. Pakistan is all set for glory once again. It's been a tremendous performance so far, and we're very honored to be joined by the man himself, Wasim Khatri, who joins us. Assalamu alaikum, Wasim. How are you?
Yes, I
I'm very well, Wasim. How would you analyze your performance so far? How's the tournament going? I know we're moments away from the finale itself as well. So how you geared up for the challenge?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, I'm prepared for that. Or inshallah, I will do well. Or it will be the best of 5 finals. Actually, just a final है तो उसको मैंने 2 बार already round matches में हराया हुआ है. So I'm very much confident this time.
Right, Wasim, talk us, like I said, that this won't be the first time that we've seen your tremendous performance on offer as well. There have been many laurels for that. Talk us a bit for our viewers as well, who are, not much informed about the structures that we have so far. And then, of course, when you move on to the global stage, what kind of competitiveness are we seeing?
Yes, definitely. There is a lot of competitors. The top players, the US, from Canada, from Australia, and we have to compete against them. And their native language is English, so it's easy for them to play Scrabble. But it's not that much easy for us, because obviously it's not our first language. So we have to work hard. Only we have to, so we can achieve anything. So it's about the last 15 years I've been into the Scrabble and playing all over the world. and it's a great opportunity for everyone that they can also join Pakistan Scrabble Association, and they can represent Pakistan if they do well.
Certainly. So, leading up to the final right now, there's got to be, I can only say this, but you're the one who's in those shoes right now. What's going through your mind right now? Do you see the competition ahead? Are you only focused on your game? That is, of course, your strength. What is the preparation going into the final?
Because I have played him many times, so I know his game actually. So I'm prepared for that, and I'm trying to make sure that I don't make any mistakes into the game, and I play properly and play strategical game.
Certainly. Obviously, when we talk about your opponent as well, I think it's a bit to talk about that championship. So there is obviously, different support on offer as a person representing Pakistan on a global stage at any competition. You like to enjoy some support as well that really, boosts your ranks. So obviously, the entire nation is behind you right now. We're of course praying, and we've got best wishes as well. How does it feel to, represent Pakistan on this global stage?
It's been very much honor for me that it's been great experience. And Moizullah Beg also with me. It's been great support for me here. Unfortunately, actually, last day for Moiz it wasn't went very well, but he has been supportive throughout and bucking me up all the time as well. So obviously, the local guy is from the US, but back home, everyone is watching, and all the Scrabble fraternity is looking forward to this finale.
Certainly, Wasim. On a note where we need to really, I think, identify these areas as well. What can we do more as a society when we talk about the structure of Scrabble in Pakistan? I understand that every now and then we do have certain structures, but on a consistent level, as a player who has come up the ranks, you yourself are part of that system. What can we do more on a national level to harness the true potential of Scrabble players in Pakistan?
Actually, it's all about we actually always lack the funds for the Scrabble championships. Like this trip is completely on my own funded, and then recently the team will be traveling to Sri Lanka for the World Youth Championship, but unfortunately there is no sponsor for them. So all the kids are traveling with their own expenses. So this is something which is very unfortunate, and this puts you at the yeah. So this such things actually, you need to have such important things to just to boost your confidence, and the other thing is that you really need to such financial, because government or any other or companies or any multinational companies should come forward and support this game.
Well, certainly, I do believe that on this moment we need to talk about corporate sponsorship, corporate social responsibility. But Wasim, on a final note, thank you very much for joining us. It was an honor having you, and we're all really proud, and all the best for the final. We're hoping for some great results.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That was the man himself, Wasim Khatri, who's advanced to the final. He's going to be facing Castellano of the USA in a best of 5 finals, and we're all hoping for a tremendous victory. Syed Mohammad Awais, I think this is a very pertinent subject over here, that lack of funding in various sports really hampers a lot of these players to participate on international level.
Ahmed bhai, just now Scramble, if I talk about the sports, it's unfortunate, I would say it's not that much marketized, and it's literally played a lot in Pakistan. Even your young kids, they love to play that. I remember, even I spoke to you once, that having a word with the Chess Federation of Pakistan, there was a girl, I guess she was 12 years of age, and unluckily, I would say, as a sports expert, when we sit over there, we never knew about that girl, that she is one of the world champions or Asian champion, if I'm not wrong, she was. So that's the point where we don't marketize that sports person. In Pakistan, the biggest problem is that I know many of them, they do complain, even Asif is here, many of them talk to him, many of them talk to you, that cricket is a big, I would say, marketing agency. It captures all the market, and it is.
It's got the major share.
It has got the major share. Unfortunately, the other sports, they don't get that. It's very important. If you remember, we used to speak about hockey, one of the best sports of Pakistan, the national game of Pakistan, but slow and steady, it's taking a rise over here. Volleyball, if I remember, when we speak about the Pakistan even cricket team, why volleyball is getting more matches now? Because it's performing really well, and they're into the media because everyone speaks about them. So you get the marketers, the sponsors for them. The biggest question what sponsor always has is that I'm ready to sponsor a sports because you're representing Pakistan, but what benefit will I get? Because I work on that, and the thing is that what benefit he wants is that it needs to be live telecast on the TV channel, or suppose like he's in the finals right now in the Scrabble Championship. It's a good thing that you highlighted him. How many TV channels has highlighted him for this thing? That's the what sponsors speaks about, because when you pay for sponsorship, he has his name over here on the chest, or whether if he wants that name to be basically shown on the television, the people need to speak about that thing that he has sponsored him. So that's the point where we sitting up over here, you as an anchor, we really need to work on this. Even the other sports, they have been making headlines for Pakistan, but it's unfortunate we never speak about those guys, and they are heroes of Pakistan. Seriously, they're representing around more than 23 million people over here. We back them up, and it's a pray. I mean, inshallah, he wins the Scrabble Championship and he returns to Pakistan as a champion.
Well, certainly, like I said, obviously, Asif, you'd like to add something?
Yeah, actually, see, I strongly agree with Awais that they're our heroes,
Right.
and we wish them good luck. When we talk about that, why rest of the sports they're not getting that much importance as we're giving importance to the cricket. The question is, what's happening in football? What's happening in hockey? I think Awais is sitting here. He remained with the Pakistan football team as well. That Pakistan lost in Pakistan. Pakistan went to other countries when they were playing qualifying. I would like to ask this, and getting chance that Awais, you're sitting with us.
No,
Would you please throw some light that why, when we're talking about other sports,
He's
the
got-
football is,
I'm telling you,
football is a
right,
major
right.
sport, you
No,
know?
we're going to come to that, but obviously Awais has got no light so far, since he's still waiting for certain salary issues to be resolved on that, the helm of Awais. But, right, but Awais, I'll just come back to you.
Question anyways.
I'm going to come back to that, obviously, but now we're going to move on, and like we discussed the HM kickboxing competition as well, we've been joined by Mr. Abdullah Khokar. Assalamu alaikum, how are you, sir?
Wa alaikum salam, I'm fine. Thank you for calling.
Sir, what would you like to highlight about this competition? Of course, 7 different competitions were part of this championship as well. There's already a lot of talent that we discussed, but they always need a stage to express themselves. What can you tell us?
Yes, you are quite right. There is a lot of talent in Pakistan, but we are not able to explore this talent. Right now, we are running a gym, a chain of gym, HM Fitness, with the name of HM Fitness. We are promoting martial arts, especially mixed martial arts and boxing in our gyms, as well as the sport of rowing. Nowadays, rowing is not only in the canals, we can do it in the gyms too, as it's a machine rowing. These 3 sports we are promoting in our gyms. Few days ago, we have conducted a competition of mixed martial arts and boxing in our club. Over there, more than 10 provincial teams of boxing and martial arts participated. And more
Well,
than 20, yeah. Please.
Certainly, Abdullah, I myself, I've been involved in contact sports. I've been, traveling around not just Pakistan, but on the global stage as well. I've seen the development and the talent that we have that often ends up going to, the global stage to perform. So if we're able to give them a good platform on this stage, and then obviously with better preparations take them to do a global stage, what kind of a difference can we make to the sport?
You are right. We are not up to the mark in promoting our talent. Actually, we need some government support as well as federation support. The gyms, like we are doing, we can give you only nursery, but this nursery can be groomed by the government. And as you told that you are also, you were a part of contact sport. We need a lot of diet and different technical support in terms of technical coaches, international coaches. So we can promote these sports in our country by promoting our national players. Most of our national players can't represent themselves on the international level because they don't have much money. They stay only in our country, and we waste our talent usually.
Well, certainly. What's next if you talk about this venture as well? Now, we've just had a championship with 7 different competitions. What can we talk about? Because often we talk about planning a whole calendar of events for the year.
Yeah, we are planning competition after every 3 months, and after 1 year we will held a national level competition in our clubs. where mostly 10 to 12 different provinces can, 10 to 12 different cities can participate in our competition. We
Well,
can just,
certainly, certainly. Yes, please highlight it further.
yeah.
Yes.
I really want to appreciate you that you called us. We need some media support as well, because these sports are not supported by the media. Only cricket is famous sports, and media only support these sports. We must support these greater sports also.
Well, certainly. Pakistan Television, PTV World, Sports Extra is your own platform, Abdullah, and I think where we have those bragging rights that we're one of the only shows right now in Pakistan who's covering majority sports, giving them a platform. We gave a platform to MMA in Pakistan. We gave a broadcast platform to kickboxing already on the global stage when it was being held in Dubai or wherever. So definitely, you know, our support will always be there for you. Finally, I would ask you about the great talent that we have on our female fraternity as well, and what a proud moment it is to see our young girls in action on the global stage as well.
That's great, sir. First of all, I want to appreciate you that your program is also giving a lot of support to these sports. And in our competition, women participated. They are great. They were really great. And I was also astonished that women talent is too much in our country, but they don't have a platform to show themselves.
Well, certainly. Abdullah, I just want to congratulate you once again and all the best for your future initiatives. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was Abdullah Khokar highlighting to us the HM Kickboxing Championship. And I think the whole calendar of events really depends on the quality, and the standards really depend on the funding as well. So it once again boils down to the same subject of S, once again, that corporate social responsibility is the way forward.
I remember, Ahmed Bhai, one of our organization, they sponsored Mohammad Wasim when he was at the first fight, and I remember as a fighter for Pakistan, he just told me one thing, that he literally had tears in his eyes because boxing is expensive gift. So it was a partial sponsorship, and he told me one thing, that one of the country sponsors, who basically is a sponsor behind him, he wants him to join that country and fight for that country, leave Pakistan, and that was the point where he said, no, I want to play for my Pakistan. I remember in Thailand, I've spoke to one of the sponsors who basically sponsor fights over there, kickboxing and specifically, you know, the street fights, I would say. And I remember I just asked him, like, one of the best fighters, where do you get from? And he said, from Pakistan, you get one of the best fighters. But the problem is that you don't have any sponsor, any support for them. That's the point I'm saying on that. You really need someone to look after them. Secondly, the biggest thing, I mean, rightly pointed by you and Asif Bhai, see, I remember I told one thing to one of my teammates, even many of the teams who actually look for sponsorship, one win can get you attracted to the market. But the biggest problem then it happens is that the media industry, we over here, sitting over here, we have a job that we need to basically highlight that sports that they are performing well in Pakistan. The general public needs to know. Cricket, strong point is that a person who's 7 to 8 years a kid, even he knows what's going on in cricket because it's marketized, it's televised a lot on televisions. But when you speak about most sports, like I told you about chess, like I told you about any other scramble championship, it's not much spoken. You need persons who speak about that, who know what's going on.
Absolutely. Well, Awais and Asif, thank you very much for joining us on the show as well. And of course, like I said, a lot of insight has gone into this as well. I'm sure, Asif, as a young kickboxer yourself, you must be happy that we're seeing promotion of the sport. But that wraps up Sports Extra for today. From me and the entire team, it's goodbye for now.